Good evening, YouTube. Delta Kilo back with you. And it's been another scorcher here in South Central West Virginia. We are smoking some Wessex Burley Slice in the 311 KS again, the old Savinelli. And it's wonderful. And thanks to Walt, I was able to order some more. And my brother yesterday commented down below on that video, was asking about, I don't want to misspeak what it's called, the Solano aged burley flake. He said, awesome, now find me Solano aged burley flake. And lo and behold, got an email from the Cactus Piper. Thank you, sir. My brother and I will now have some aged burley flake to review and to try and enjoy. And I am over the moon excited about that. So big thanks, YouTube Pipe community, coming through, giving us those leads, letting us find where to get this hard to find stuff. I've been on this burley kick, which has kind of led to a burley flake kick, a lot of this European burley stuff. But I have something to share with you guys. Let me try to get this pipe going a little bit better, and then we'll talk about it. Crazy day at work today. The nerve of some people, you know what I mean? But here we go. We have Wilson's of Sharrow. This is nasal snuff, obviously made in England, but it has quite the rich history. And on my nasal snuff episode of the podcast, I fully intend to deep dive into this, but I'll give you the brief rundown. This snuff has been in continuous manufacture in the same place on the same machinery since 1737. I believe I got these numbers right. If I misspeak, forgive me. You can look on Wikipedia. But it is still owned by the Wilsons. It's owned by sixth generation family member, and they still have the water wheel that runs the mill. They got a water wheel that converts torque down to giant mortar and pestles, just like you'd use in a kitchen. And this is, 1737. It actually says it on there. Let me show you again. 1737. Made in the same place this whole time, way before this country even existed. It's hard to imagine here in the New World businesses that are sixth generation old and still in use. So this is an older tin. I don't know exactly when it was produced, but I just popped the tin last night, and it is fresh as far as ammonia and stuff. But let me see if I can open it here without making a mess. It's been a long time since I've had any of this. I have had it before, but it's been quite a while. Oh, baby. Let me see if I can show you without making a mess here. Look how beautiful. Now, the one thing about this is I had one before a long time ago, and I think it was the same company, and it was Bordeaux. And it was a bit too floral, a bit too perfumey. Now, this one is like right on the edge of how much of that floral perfumey scent that I can take. But it's absolutely lovely. Older tin, but it was just popped, so there's still like a hint of ammonia in it. Let it air out a little bit, but it is absolutely beautiful smell. It tastes great. Of course, when I use nasal snuff, I use the term taste, tasting with our noses, and is just quite pleasant, quite historic, and frankly, quite novel. So let me show you the back as well. Um, been trying to incorporate nasal snuff a bit more into all my tobacco stuff. You know, I am a tobacco enthusiast, and if you guys have been watching me here on YouTube, you know I'm big into cigars. But I'm also big into nasal snuff. It's just something that's been on the back burner for years now. At one point, a long time ago, I was really in the weeds with nasal snuff and kind of just, I had so much that I gave up on staying current on it. And I had what I had available. And like I've also said before, this stuff doesn't run out. My goodness, you just use it continually. And, uh, like this, a $3 investment, if you used it all up, how long would that take? I don't know. Uh, I can't tell you how many licks it takes to get to the middle of a Tootsie Roll snuff box. It's the everlasting gobstopper of tobacco products. So a little bit goes a long ways. But guys, this is the Strasbourg. That is the blend, and it's good. It's very good, and I hope you guys get the chance to try something like this. I am wanting to continue down this path and experiment and evaluate and tell you guys about more nasal snuff. It is very old, very traditional, and very cool. I imagine in 1737, a common man like me probably would not have been able to purchase this. At that time, I would say that was still reserved for royalty. I don't know that to be factual. That's a guess. But that's kind of the circles that used this back then. So, anyway, if you've tried this, comment down below. Let me know. If you haven't tried it, but you'd like to, let me know what you think about this crazy idea of nasal snuff. It has a very long recorded history. And although it is quite the odd thing now, it was normal for a very long time. I remember seeing the old Mickey Mouse cartoon where he fights the giant and he falls in the giant's shirt pocket, and the giant has a snuff box in there that Mickey falls into, and it makes him sneeze. But old timey stuff is cool, and living history is cool, right? So being able to participate in something that's been around this long, and it just happens to be around premium tobacco, it is doubly cool. Anyway, guys, that was a quick one for today. Delta Kilo here. I appreciate you guys stopping by, and I hope you have a blessed rest of your week.